Howdy, folks. Welcome to the 30th part of the series that really isn't 30 parts. And thankfully, we are continuing our daily uploads. This is yet another match on the same match, and probably another one that we are going to lose. Grayson is glorious seafoam, Slaguth is green, and the Duggum, me, is blue. And this match is going to be very amusing compared to other ones because I just fail completely and utterly because I forget what it means to have a base that can withstand more than a few punches in the face. So in this match, we are doing pretty much our same strategy as before with a couple tweaks. I am shifting where I build my naval bases. I'm more aggressively building them in between me and Grayson. And you're still doing the air focus on this one,
I'm
right,
still
Slaguth?
doing air focus. I've switched the land or air factory to later in my build, which is helping me not crash my economy quite so badly.
And this time, because I'm completely paranoid about air units, I actually built an air base like almost straight off, and as you just saw, it had an anti-air turret on top. And this puts my score at the top at the beginning of the match.
The difference, though, this game, the last two were nuke rush ones. This one, I just go straight artillery. So that changes. There's not as much instantaneous gratification for the death of commanders. Don't get to see half the map go up in glorious fire all at once.
Starting to see a navy from orange already.
Cybrid Navy again, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And like every
It's
game, the Cybrid got
always
placed in the
kills
bag
us.
and always built a Navy.
The joys of random placement equals configurations that pwn us.
What's kind of funny is that it's supposedly random, yet their colors are almost the same every single match.
Well, that I choose the colors.
Oh, okay.
The
Well,
colors are not random. The
Yeah,
races.
it's the races though always
and their
we always get the same race
specializations.
configuration.
Yep. And we're still all UEF. And they're always a variety, so...
Well, we have yet to see them get more than two of one faction ever. Like, we haven't fought them when they've been like 3 UEF or 3 Cybran. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'd go down in like 5 minutes if they were all Cybran. So they'd all build navies and we'd all be screwed.
So for comparison purposes, as you can kind of see right now, the AI is... red is doing kind of an aggressive air force. Orange and yellow seem to be on the fence over if they want to go... actually, they're only going Navy right now. They have a few token airplanes. At this point, the AI is still kind of figuring out what we're doing at the same time we're figuring out what they are doing. I actually have submarines out to meet an early naval threat this time.
Red's definitely committed to this air thing though, because those planes aren't scouting; they're actually attacking already on Duggum's base.
Oh yes. That wide, fat triangle, those wide, fat triangles are bombers. They aren't fun. And then the ones that are trapezoids upside down are gunships, which can basically be thought of as helicopters.
Look, my first artillery piece is already shooting. Before they get any. Yay.
Woohoo!
Doug's fighting Yellow's navy down south, but where he really needs it right now is up north. He's about to get orange, smash him in the
Shoved
face.
straight up his ass.
Yep.
Orange is like,
I
come
have
here,
a lone
Duggum. I got
engineer
you
coming
present."
to take them all on, all by himself.
And then Red decided to smash my outpost as usual.
And actually, I think orange is UEF in this one. Those are cruise missiles.
Yeah, that would definitely not be Cybran. However, yellow, I believe, is Cybran,
Yep.
which
Also,
is why your navy just got raffle style.
note the air swarm around the 2 submarines. They're swarming around units they cannot attack, which is really funny to see all the time.
But it keeps line of sight on them, which is also...
Does it?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
They can
No.
see...
I played games where I had bombers, but I couldn't see things underwater, even though I had torpedoes.
I believe their naval base can see them.
Yeah. Well, they have ships down there, so the ships can see them.
My brave and noble engineer in the north is about to get raffle stomped. Oh, wait, he actually is living a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Too
that's
bad
because
your
they're...
main base is getting
Yeah, it's getting destroyed.
See,
I
that's
have
what that's what I
nothing to
say,
push
like,
back with.
You can put all the resources you want into that island, but they'll just go straight for your main base, and
Oh, I
then you
know.
lose the main base, and
The island's
yay,
fluff,
you have a little
but
island.
the island's not what caused me to lose this one. I know you
Well-
love to rack on me about the island.
I know, but it's still like it's like wasted resources. You could have done something else, like built another research station or something to help
Well,
get you the
my
base
strategy
defense.
my strategy here is still kind of flawed for where I am, because if I go hard naval, I have to be able to defend myself, and I'm not defending myself. That's a big mistake on my part. I don't. My north is wide open. So yeah, you're right. It wouldn't have helped here.
Your Navy got kicked out of Dodge in the south, too.
All the submarines are all that's left. Because my cruisers get wasted because they have like no armor to speak of. It just really sucks not having any ships that can cover my cruisers effectively until I actually get battleships, which is usually like mid to late game.
Now I'm trying to save your base because you can't, so I'm turning my artillery towards it.
Yep, this is Everybody Hates the Dugum Night. It says my navy is slow.
Looks like I'm about to get smashed in the back of my base.
See, I go to defend myself, and hey, look who comes to visit. Have fun,
But
Slaguth.
I have no navy, and my air force is all anti-air, so I can't do anything about that navy. And I definitely can't do anything about the subs.
On the
although
plus side, though, none of those bombers are getting through.
Yeah, yeah.
You're taking care of the bombers.
Say that to my base. While
After
it's
all
being
these cruise missiles
destroyed
coming.
from the rear.
Then my Southern Naval
I'm
Squad.
pretty sure one of those is a battleship, too, from Yellow already, judging by, like, the clusters of shots. One of them is firing out, like, clusters, it looks like.
No, those are all cruise missiles.
Those are still cruise missiles.
Now my artillery's getting switched to Yellow because I took out Orange's Navy.
I'm doing such a great job this match. I am great team player. I did horrible. I'm not even gonna try to hide it. I did terrible.
I was doing a pretty bad job too, though, because since I was the air player, it was my responsibility to keep the air off of Doug. I was failing pretty hard at that.
I'm supposed to be killing bases, but my artillery is the best anti-ship defense we have.
Yeah,
So
it's just a pretty sad
this
state
is
of
kind of
affairs.
embarrassing because if you notice, like, I can take out 2 or 3 ships at a time because I have so much artillery, but at the same time, I'm not attacking their base, which is really what saves us when it works.
Mm-hmm. Right
oh,
now,
look,
you
and
can
now there goes your little island.
Yep. Blam! Basically just something that's in the way so that my base gets 5 more seconds of shelf life.
What is Red doing in the center? He's just, like, piling up this tiny little army in the center of the map and, like, not...
Yeah, he
now
has
it
a
looks like
land army.
Now it
This-
looks like he wants to move.
This is one of the few times we saw an actual land army that
Yeah.
wasn't ships.
I've been worrying so much about my backdoor, I don't think I even have anything to deal with this land army.
Now my artillery, instead of going for a base, has to go save Duggan again. Once again, the best
My
anti-ship
poor
defense
subs.
is...
Like in
the
this
artillery.
match, like because I didn't get my subs boosted in damage until way late, because those are always really expensive tech upgrades. So I can surround an enemy ship with submarines. It just takes an absurd, stupid amount of time for them to kill them, because if the enemy has buffed up their navy, they have so much more health and armor.
How
and
many
mine don't.
research stations do you start with?
Oh, you're finally going for a base?
It depends. If I'm doing good, I can get 3.
Yeah, because,
But-
like, 3 is, like, the minimum you should have. 4
Yeah.
4 or 5 is worth the investment. Like, not building a couple of ships is definitely worth the research
Well, the
points
new
in the long run.
the adjusted strategy we'll see in the next couple matches, I think, works a lot better.
And now watch the artillery as it completely wipes out a base about every 10 to 15 seconds. There isn't a single safe place in all of Orange's base.
Are you sure you didn't just wipe out my base? Because I don't have a base anymore. Just I ran away. Because I couldn't defend it.
It probably got to a point where I would have more than gladly just wiped your own base out for you. But yeah, Orange's base is just getting smashed. Problem is, Slaguth can't defend himself against the Navy because Duggan's Navy is, once again, in the position to fight the smaller Navy that is less of a threat.
See, I told you guys, everybody hates the Duggan Knight.
Well, I mean, you have no base. What do you need to defend there? You don't even have any
Well-
engineers there.
That's kind of the principle of the thing. See, if
They're
I
still
definitely
sending
should have-
cruise missiles at your dead base.
yeah, I know.
And now you're just attacking mass extractors that got built on your points.
Yep. Because I was kind of mad about that. And here I'm trying to distract Orange because, there really isn't much left I can do at this point since I have no income. So it's
Except
mainly just...
defend me.
Yeah. Well, hey, you have a naval squadron in the south. It's just, it would take that naval squadron up north 2 to 3 minutes of game time to get down there. And that's an eternity in this game.
Well, there goes Orange's base. Bye-bye, Orange's base.
And See here, you have 2 experimental artillery at this point.
Yeah.
Those just wreck their bases. See, if we had
I'm
known
currently-
about them staying in their bases when they get hit like that, we probably would have stayed on orange. And then
Well,
Slaguth
I'm
is currently
pretty sure
saving my
I-
ass because I'm running away from a little death squadron.
I'm pretty sure I had reasoned out that that's what they do, but what I was doing was just I wasn't so much trying to kill commanders as kill their means of production so that
Okay,
we
I'm
didn't
down.
freaking die. But
yellow
didn't
yellow
matter.
killed me.
You gave me good air cover.
Yeah, while I was alive. Insofar as
Okay, I remember what I was doing with Naval Squadron. I was trying to push orange to distract the AI and get them off of you, and maybe get some visual on the enemy commanders. That
Problem is they
you can
know
shoot
they
them,
reason
but-
with their navy the exact same way you do. They're not gonna move it because it takes too long.
Yep.
So they'll just sit there and kill Slaguth because that works.
There really wasn't much else I had in my playbook. I can't realize anything I can do.
And now I'm the last viable target
I'm
left.
currently hiding in the water like a coward.
Yeah, now yellow has a significant amount of artillery. Red's base is becoming non-existent, but I can't fight yellow's navy, orange's rebuilt navy, red's land and air force, and the artillery coming from yellow.
There's that little bomber force up north that's disintegrating, thankfully. But... so much crap flying back and forth.
Well, the thing is, if we have an air squad that can support it, my artillery is always going to do better than theirs. Because I build the experimental artillery and don't allow them to keep any of theirs if they ever build any of it. Which they normally don't. The AI doesn't tend to like to do a structure
Yellow
build.
looks like they've got 1 this game.
It probably came up right here at the end, but it's pretty much a
They have
null
2.
point because Commander's basically dead. I don't even know how he survived that air rush that did get in there. I don't remember having any AA. Like maybe just the mass points or something upgraded.
Well, then my pitiful little navy was making some kills, but not a lot. See, I have 2 submarines parked beneath that giant sea of yellow, and they aren't doing a thing.
Here comes an experimental.
Yes, there's the AC-130 Terror destroying my last remnants of anything that could be called a base. I still love the name of that unit. The AC-130 Terror. That's weird. What is the AI doing with their bases?
What do you mean? What are they doing?
Look,
with their bases?
red has a little sub base outside of Orange's.
It's
Orange has a little one
because
outside of Yellow.
Orange's production got hurt enough that he couldn't take his expansion. So Red got crazy and took it.
The AI are not very nice to each
so
other.
then, when Orange finally had the chance to expand, the only thing left to take was Yellow's base because Yellow wasn't focusing on expanding. He was turtling up and going artillery.
So, boys and girls, lesson here is that the AI are not team players.
Well, but the other advantage to doing that is if one of them dies, then orange, like if yellow dies, orange can quickly take over his base.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty much why if you're gonna kill the AI, you have to do it pretty quickly once you take the first one down because they just take back over.
Now watch how quickly I die. I got an entire naval squadron pummeling me.
Plus that land.
And the
There's some
artillery
land.
is
There you
shifting
go.
its fire my way.
And that air squad was coming in because
Yeah.
it finally came out of the water.
Yep. My only saving grace was that I was the last one to die. Nothing to be proud of. I think that's right.